I am Oldenburg Moses Ndegela, pastor by profession, bishop by appointment in the Iringa diocese, PhD philosophy from South Africa, a graduate of Fuller Theological Seminary and Makumira Seminary. I am the chairman of the council of the Iringa University. The University of Iringa, the vice chancellor is Justice Ramadan, a great friend of Annie. And people in the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America, St. Paul area synod, you are quite aware that we started this endeavor of coming up with a university in Iringa way back in 1987 discussion, and then 1993 the whole thing started. We started with the Faculty of Theology, and then Business Administration, Journalism was the third, Law was the fourth, etc., etc. And now it has several faculties, and actually many faculties, and programs ranging up to 17. Is now having a master's program, and we hope soon we might be having a Doctor of Ministry or PhD programs. We started as Lutheran College of Iringa. Then we came to Tumaini University, Iringa University College. We argued for quite some time that we should be called Tumaini University at Iringa. But as some politicians say, people capture the right idea at a late stage. So we have developed to the Iringa, the University of Iringa. We are an autonomous university, and we have a student body ranging between 4,100 to 4,300. We hope this year it will come to 4,300. Of course, we have gone through a number of upheavals, because once we started the university, then some certain African philosophies and behavioral patterns started, so that everybody wanted to start a university at a church level, such as the Catholic Church, which in fact it ought to have started earlier than us, but well, we started before them, and then they came after us, and then the Anglican Church, and then the Moravian Church, then the Seventh-day Adventist Church, and then I think there is also another university that is being run by the Baptist Church. With this proliferation, I would call, or mushrooming of universities, private universities, and even some individuals have started private universities. The Catholic Church alone is having 2 universities, but around 17 constituent colleges, and now they are being told to minimize them, and they have been moving very fast. They are publicizing their university in every preaching point. So if you ask us the development of our university, and with internal church politics, we have developed in a very hard way, but there we are. We are doing fine. We are facing some critical problems of development. So there are several developments, normal issues that come across when we develop. Of course, one thing which I think might not make all private universities survive, including our university, is to depend on the loan from the government. And bearing the fact that even the government itself has come up with many constituent colleges, and the Dodoma University, which is able to take 45,000 students. In the intake of 2012-2013, the positions, the number of students who joined the university was 48,000, but people who qualified were only close to 40,000, 39,000. So you can see the struggle we are going through. To that effect, we have accepted to take students at certificate level and diploma level who later on develop to degree programs. And therefore the final aspect is for us to go into science. We don't want to compete with the government. And we don't want to go into the sciences which the government has been going, but we want to go into applied science. Right from the diploma level to a degree level and to a master's level. And through that science, we want to come up with production and marketing and things of that sort. We don't want to be the same university as it was in the beginning and now shall be forever, as we say in the liturgy. We want to be a different university. I again applaud Annie and Mary Blomquist very much, and some of the things which are happening today they had said before. I applaud the St. Paul Area Synod. You have supported us so much. You still need to support us, especially in the area where we want to develop into practical applied science. And I applaud the people of Iringa, because I'm the bishop, and they have been really giving enough support. The government is still giving loans, but we are getting the payments at a very low speed and even sometimes late. So far, so good. I admire you people in the St. Paul Area Synod. I still have good memories of Annie Blomquist. We, in the last assembly of ELCT Iringa Diocese, adopted 3 chairs. The Odenberg Mdegela chair, the Annie and Mary Blomquist Calm ELCA St. Paul Area Synod chair, and the Dura chair. And we want to make sure the university is never derailed. May God bless you.
My name is Aiman Chaval, the General Secretary of UoI Iringa Diocese. I'm here to say something about the connection between the University of Iringa and Iringa Diocese. Actually, we have a connection through the University Charter, whereby the Bishop of Iringa Diocese becomes the chairman of the University Council. The diocese also approves the appointment of the Vice Chancellor of the University. Also, the General Secretary of the diocese is the member of the University Council. So we do this to increase the connection between the university and the diocese, how we should work together. We also have a connection through theology students, where through St. Paul Area Synod we receive funding to sponsor theology students at the university, and when they finish up, they come to diocese and we ordain them as pastors. And through this we have managed to train so many pastors in the diocese, in the diocese. So many pastors through this connection between University of Iringa, St. Paul Area Synod and the diocese. I want to use this opportunity to thank the involvement of St. Paul Area Synod for the construction and the life of the University of Iringa since day one, because the Synod was involved in the construction. Actually, even the first provost was from St. Paul Area Synod. So we thank the involvement of the Synod, and also we are looking for more involvement in many projects which are coming. As you know now, the university has become a fully-fledged university, so we need more involvement of St. Paul Area Synod in various projects. Thank you so much for what you have done and what you have really contributed to do for the university.
Dear viewers, I am Nicholas Bangu, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Iringa. The producers of this video have invited me to make a brief presentation on the history of this institution. Events which have led to the present status of the university can be divided into 4 5-year periods. These are not watertight, but they do overlap to some extent. The first period was from 1995 to the year 2000. This was a period of very intense and multiple activities. It included conceptualizing the idea, concretizing the idea of having a university, building the infrastructure, acquiring the legal status of the university in respect of the rules of the country, developing curriculum, programs of study, staff recruitment, student admissions, and starting offering programs. These were in theology, business, journalism, and law. Many people worked behind the scenes to make this possible. There are 4 people, however, that I would like to mention right now. These include the Bishop of the Diocese of Iringa. This is Bishop of Okaden Ndegela. There was Drs. Anne and Mary Blomquist. And the 4th one is the contractor, Mr. Chana, the late Mr. Chana. The next period, 2000 to 2005, was mostly a consolidation of the work that had already started during the first period, during the first 5-year period. During this period, the number of students grew up from about 200 to 2,000. That is a tenfold increase. Additional curricula was developed, new programs. These aimed mostly at national concerns of the time, which some of them are still up today, and this was starting a program in mathematics. This was done with the support of the Ministry of Education. We then established the Institute of Agriculture to carry out mostly extension works in the villages around the university. This is one of our most successful programs today, and our institute is overseeing or showing people, farmers in about 50 villages around the university, and showing them the best practices in agriculture. And we are experiencing really quite encouraging results in terms of yields, in terms of farmers' knowledge on good practices, and so on. 2005 to 2010, again, we strategized on increasing the programs, and we targeted programs which traditionally were not being offered in this country. These programs included community development, cultural anthropology, and tourism, and also counseling. These have also been quite successful programs and have a significant impact to the development of our country. The number of students by this time was doubled from 2,000 to 4,000, and more programs in education were also developed. From 2010 to 2015, alongside offering programs in humanities, we started investing in programs in science, especially in ICT, and also in building the infrastructure for running programs in sciences. This is a 5-story building, which is now nearing completion. And this direction of movement to science coincides with the nation's desire to revamp the teaching of sciences and the use of sciences in the development of this nation. There is parallel development in the history of this university, which is now being written up. I'm sure all the other details will be seen in those publications, which are due. I think one of them is due before the end of this year. Thank you for listening.
My name is Reverend Dr. Richard Webawa, currently the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Academic Affairs at the University of Iringa, formerly called the Tumaini University of the University College. This university initially started as a Lutheran College of Iringa, and it has got its own background. The outcome of this was the need to train leaders in the church. This was because of the growth of the church, which needed leaders in different areas. By then, there was only one college, which was called Lutheran Theological College Makumira, which was catering for all the churches within the ELCT. So during 1990s all the way up to 1994, Makumira became too small to accommodate all the needs for the churches within the ELCT. So the Executive Council decided that there should be zonal colleges so that they can be able to train leaders who could be helping in leading in the growing preaching points, which we are now actually asking for pastors to lead in the different spiritual aspects. So they were, the Southern Zone was one of them, and they had decided that it should be built somewhere in Iringa, and the leadership within the Iringa diocese came forward that they would be able to come up with a college within the specified time, and this is the college which we are talking about now. So it was officially started or inaugurated in January 1994. I remember by then the acting presiding Bishop Samson Mshenga came, and they were represented from the St. Paul Area Synod. And this was after a very hard work of the St. Paul Area Synod and the Iringa Diocese, and the contractor by then, the late Emmanuel Machanga, who built the first structure, the cross-shaped building. And during that day, it was the time when it was now ready to enroll students in the following month, which was in April. So I was privileged to be the first employee of the Lutheran College of Iringa, but together with the Dr. Annie and Mary, who were the experts, and so all the missionaries sent by the ELCA, who were overseeing the construction of the buildings and the overall planning of the institution. So we began with the Faculty of Theology, and by then we were only training diploma students. So the first batch which was enrolled in the Lutheran College of Iringa was in April 1994. They were 37 students. Okay, and this group was a group of 40 students, most of them being experienced evangelists from different dioceses within the Southern Zone. And they had to undergo a special training, and they had to pass an examination which was set by the Lutheran Theological College of Makumira to be able to be enrolled in the diploma program. Few of them were from Four Rivers. Then it was in 1995 we had 33 students who were enrolled. Okay, so it means we had first year students who were 33, and the second year now they were 37. You'll be wondering what happened to the 3 students. These 3 students were promoted to go and study Bachelor of Divinity at Makumira because they had to undergo also examinations, and so they went there. So in 1996 we managed to enroll 39 students. Okay. And in 1997 11 theology students. In 1998, 13, 1999, 22 new students. you will find that the number was more or less, we began with a bigger number and a little bit, it was not very stable, it was dropping, but the number kept on somehow dropping until 2002, when we had only 5 diploma students and only 2 Bachelor of Divinity students. The Bachelor of Divinity program, Bachelor of Theology by then actually program started in 1999 by having 9 students who were enrolled. So you'll find that the number was not very big. And later on, definitely, which I'm not going to speak in detail, we were joined by other faculties, that's the Bachelor of Business and Economics, Law, Journalism, and so forth. But my focus here will be the theology. So we'll find that in 2002, we had 5 diploma students and only 2 divinity students. 2003, 10 students and 5 divinity students. 2005, 9 and 12 Bachelor of Divinity students. 2006 we had 13 and only 6. And here you note that in 2005 the number is now starting to increase somehow, because there was a move to shift the whole program to Makumira because of the number of students was going down, and it was not being possible to have enough students to run the program. So this is when the St. Paul Area Synod congregation, through the Beggar for Beggar program, sat in a meeting in St. Paul, and they decided that they needed to boost the dioceses so that they can be having students, because the essence of having the Lutheran College Iringa, now by then Tumaini University College, was to train leaders in the church. Now if you kill the initial program, it was really going to be an embarrassment to the church. So they decided that they will be sponsoring 5 Bachelor of Divinity students every year and 10 diploma students every year. So the money was being raised by the St. Paul Synod congregations, and it would be sent straight to the university, and the diocese will be responsible, that is the Iringa diocese will be responsible to look for the candidates to come and enjoy the scholarship. And definitely we must say thank you very much for the St. Paul Synod congregations for the support which they are still doing it, and for the different buildings which you have put in the university, but also the support which you have also been rendering by bringing in pastor teachers to pastors like Paul Harris and many others who have been coming, so that they can also interact and see what is happening. And for sure this is something which needs to continue, and we thank you for the support and the mission in the University of Iringa.
My name is Reverend Dr. Fares Lomo. I am the Faculty Dean of Theology at University of Iringa. I started teaching here 9 years ago. My area of specialization is missiology and religions. After coming here in this university, I have experienced a lot about partnership between St. Paul and the Diocese of Iringa. I have an experience of various partnerships in the church in Tanzania, especially between ELCT dioceses with the European churches, between ordinary congregation members from Iringa and from St. Paul. During this time of working at the university, I have also experience of having partners who come to Iringa as lecturers at our university. And we have done a lot together. We have enjoyed very much. More than that, we have enjoyed, or we have benefited from the scholarship given to our university. Every year, St. Paul is helping our students with scholarship in the diploma and the Bachelor of degree programs. And this scholarship have not only benefited Iringa diocese, but it is also extended to neighboring dioceses of Iringa and the ELCT in general. More than that, we expect to have more postgraduate programs like Masters and PhD. In this case, we expect it will be also easier for our partners to come and share with us in terms of personnel and students from USA. As the time goes, we face challenges of financial crisis in our church. So I ask the partners in St. Paul to continue helping us. This is a great deal to our church, and it is a guarantee of the future existence of our church. The church is experiencing a lot of challenges, financial, social, and also religious challenges. So we need to prepare our people socially, mentally, and also spiritually. So I wish you all the best as you are doing this work. It is not for the glory of human being, but for the glory of God. Thank you very much.